Alright, folks, so you ready for the next game? I certainly am. Oh, yes, indeed. That was a curious sound right there. It's like, what? Some weird oriental sound that they've suddenly added to Starcraft or something along those lines. Perhaps it's to appease the Chinese. Lord knows Blizzard's been doing enough of that lately. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to bring you dignitas.BlinG. He is in the orange trunks and he is playing Protoss to the east of this particular map, which is the ESL-GSL Terminus SE, versus his opponent. It is Empire.Kas, who's currently at one game in this best-of-3 series. He is in the blue trunks, he is playing Terran. You're currently watching the Twitch.tv Invitational, brought to you by Thermaltake Esports, Twitch, and Playhem. If you want to check out the bracket, if you're watching live, it is over at tinyurl.com/twitchbracket. That is tinyurl.com/twitchbracket. Unfortunately, White going out in the first round after Tarson played an excellent game. Tarson holds, ladies and gentlemen. Tarson forever holds. He is a mighty man. Now, this is a really odd version of this map, but it is the correct version based on what this map pool actually was. You'll notice it is a map with the third, where it has destructible debris, but there's also destructible debris at the back. An interesting adaptation. We'll see how that one turns out for both of these guys, honestly. I mean, I would love to be really analytical and say who it favors, but I'm just going to be straight up honest and say I do not know who that favors. Honestly, I really, really do not. If anyone wants to take a really, really fast third, then they could potentially be very easily punished. They can't take it so quickly as a result of having this debris here. And of course, they've then got to watch out for harassment from the back. What's even worse is the fact that the way that they've spawned, this expansion is really close to Empire.Kas, which means that this expansion is going to get dropped over and over again. And of course, potentially, Empire.Kas get dropped. And that's actually really unpleasant, come to think of it, the way that these are positioned. I have to wonder, I mean, I don't want to talk about map balance or anything, but I have to wonder if this kind of map rotation is really suitable. Because what you've got here is the situation that BlinG has an inherent disadvantage against Kas because that third is so close to his base, and yet his third is all the way over here. It's nowhere near as accessible for drops. But, again, that's a debate for smarter people, I feel. Ask Morrow about maps, he'll tell you an awful lot. He's an extremely knowledgeable dude when it comes to that kind of thing. Alright, see what we get here from Empire.Kas. Single barracks down. Ho, 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 ho. Kas, you fancy little devil. Kas going for 4 barracks here. It's a very aggressive opening. Could, of course, potentially go all the way up to 6, but that's pretty much all in. 4 barracks Marine, though. Dangerous stuff. This is Marine King Prime style here from Empire.Kas. Now, BlinG has taken a Nexus first here. Very, very quick Nexus. Now, that could get really badly punished. Cybercore time is going to be behind. He has built 2 gateways, which is nice and smart. But will he be able to hold against that many Marines, more to the point? Empire.Kas is going to put on a lot of pressure very quickly. And here is the crazier thing. Because of the positioning, he can actually cut a ton of distance off this simply by dropping down to the bottom here and get really, really aggressive. He's in a good position to get hyper-aggressive with these Marines very rapidly. No sign of another base, of course. BlinG has no idea what's coming. He hasn't even scouted where his opponent is positional-wise, so this is really concerning. He's got to be careful not to get caught out, of course. Now, the advantage that BlinG potentially has here... Oh, wow, 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 Kas. That is a lot of potential bunkers coming in right here. And, of course, a lot of a meat shield as well. Kas just wants to end this quickly. We'll see if BlinG is able to hold it. This is an extremely potent, potentially bunker pressure build. So we'll see what happens. Here come the Marines. Now, BlinG only has 2 gateways, and he doesn't have warp gate tech yet either. He's going to have to chrono boost out those gateways right now. And here come the bunkers. Let's see how good his micro is, ladies and gentlemen, versus the stutter step of Empire.Kas. It's going to be very, very dangerous indeed. BlinG trying to get in there as close as possible, but another wave coming in here. And I have a feeling BlinG is going to get knocked out very soon. There are only 3 Stalkers on the map, and there are more Marines streaming in. He has no cannons. He has no real means to defend this. His micro is going to have to be absolutely perfect. Let's see how good it is. Unfortunately, getting trapped right there. Kas gets an excellent arc of fire. More SCVs coming in, and I have a feeling this is just going to be a GG very, very rapidly here. BlinG trying to pull off, and Kas preventing as many of those leaving as possible. Mineral Trick allows them to get out, but BlinG is in a horrible position now. Nexus first being completely punished here by an aggressive play by Kas. If he's able to hold on to this and then transition, wow, he's actually going to go for 5 gates on a single base. Now, he has got a bit of a trust fund, so potentially he could do that. If he's able to hold the ramp against more aggressive pressure right here from Kas. Warp Gate tech is now done. Just bear that in mind. But Kas is not all in here. He's got a command center coming up to follow that one up and SCVs to replace it. Probe count lead is in favor of BlinG at the moment. He should be able to hold this ramp for a little while. He's only got 1 sentry. That's what concerns me here. But he does have more gateways coming in. 5 gate. I haven't seen this since White Ra, in fact. Used to do 5 gate against Zerg. Really nasty build. But of course, BlinG did build up something of a trust fund to start with, so he can actually support these gateways for a couple of rounds of warp-ins fairly well. And if he's able to repulse Kas from this position, which is going to be difficult, but not impossible. Oh, he needs to be much, much more careful than that, though. Snipes off an SCV, nicely done, but loses a Stalker in the process. He's got to be extremely careful with these units. He knows that. There are 4 full bunkers in his natural. Not an ideal position to be in. However, he is able to snipe in this direction, but Kas will be able to repair as well, so it's a little bit of a problem here. 21 Marines on the field. Another round of warp-ins, and he may be able to bash his way through here, but will it be too costly for him? It depends. If he can clean this up and then go for a counter-attack and do significant damage to his opponent, then he'll be right back in this. He's certainly not out yet. BlinG continuing to bring fire down that bunker, but repairs are coming in now. Of course, will drain resources slightly from Kas. Not a significant amount, but at least he's doing something. Another round of Stalkers in. BlinG bringing in as many as he can. He does actually have Warp Gate cooldowns off, but he's not able to support that many warp-ins. Army Supply is in favor of BlinG, but he is going up against a 45 position. And there we go, that's now been broken. Will BlinG decide to counter-attack? On 5 gateways? He could potentially do it. 40 supply to 24, especially if he gets an aggressive gateway. And here we go. Aggression coming in from BlinG. Small force at the moment, trying to batter its way through, and it's only Marines and a single Marauder there. No stim, of course, no combat shield. BlinG's got to get his micro off properly. He doesn't want to lose too many units. And he may be able to catch this reinforcement out of position, but more than likely he's going to get crushed if he continues to engage there. More reinforcements coming in, and BlinG now starting to pile on the pressure onto Empire.Kas from this 5 gateway. What Kas has done is put a very dangerous animal in the corner, and BlinG is reacting the way you would expect him to, which is to pile that pressure on. He's even got a Guardian Shield up right there, and this is a lot of firepower. But can he smash his way through? Unfortunately, mis-microing a few Zealots there, losing 1. He's re-expanding behind this as well. Really nice defense, and then, of course, counter-attack here from BlinG. He's bottling up his opponent. Kas can't expand safely. Yeah, that supply depot out of the way. Still wants to try and poke up here. The problem is it's very, very dangerous to do so. Still, he's got a massive window of time where he can do some damage. He's got no proxy pylon down, so he can't reinforce his position here. And Kas is continuing to pump out more and more units, so eventually Kas may decide to sally forth here. But he's going to do so without Concussive Shell. He's going to do so without a significant Marauder count. He's going to do so without Stim and Combat Shield. BlinG, I think, sees the size of that army, repositioning his army, and decides to wants to go for it. He'll be able to get a Guardian Shield up here as well. Good force field placement. Is able to stop some of those Marines at the back actually contributing to the fight. A good concave right here from BlinG, but he's not able to break it. Kas holds the defense for the time being. Army supply count is now currently in favor of Kas. BlinG honestly needs to back off now. Doesn't have a reinforcing pylon, can't do anything about it. Starting to try and catch up in terms of his economy, however. Nice little bit of play here from BlinG. What I'd actually like to see from BlinG is try and get an observer out so that he can start poking up onto those cliff edges and doing a little bit of damage here with his Stalkers. But he's gone for Twilight Council, he's gone for Charge instead. +1 armor coming in. Smart choice, considering he is primarily up against Marines. Problem is there are 2 medevacs at a time coming out right here from Kas, and he's now going to expand to take this area. Kas still has the economic advantage here and has done significant damage to his opponent. 14 workers killed to 6. In terms of resources lost, Kas has even lost less than his opponent as well, simply because it was pure Marine versus some gas-intensive stuff. So BlinG is definitely behind here, but he's certainly not out yet. BlinG needs to get his probe count up as well. He's actually saving purely 4 units at the moment, perhaps expecting a counter-attack, and he would be correct. There is a counter-attack coming in, and that's going to be a nasty timing push potentially here with this stim completion. Nice force there from BlinG, but is it nice enough? Zealot charge will complete. BlinG has a slight edge in terms of his unit count. He's also got a lot of force fields. Good force field positioning here could very easily annihilate Kas. The problem is that Kas is not going to allow that to happen. He wants to try and drop into the main to be able to snipe off some tech here. BlinG's being drawn out of position as well. This is a really nice play here from Kas. As BlinG actually goes for a counter-attack, his tech is going to be sniped off. In the meantime, more warpins coming here, and the question is, what does he do? He's wheeling around trying to find Kas's force. He finds it. He knows where it is, but now he's got a massive amount of units in his base that he's going to deal with very rapidly. Some great harassment here. Kas actually getting a little bit blocked in, not really engaging too well, and in the meantime, BlinG's going to go and crush this force in the center. Oh, slight miss force field there. A second force field would have blocked that. Oh, no! BlinG a bit of a nervous twitch there, I feel, and now Kas is going to be able to do a lot of damage here, and BlinG has to counter-attack. He hasn't got enough units in his base. He'll have to go for a base trade. See how well his defense actually ends up going. Kas moving that factory out. Perhaps wanting to use it as a force field. That's not going to happen, though. And BlinG with a large army trying to get up there. And he's got a lot of force fields. He's got a lot of Guardian Shield available, but he just doesn't want to engage up there. Losing too many units. And look at this. Kas has shut down tech. Kas is shutting down BlinG's mining as well. BlinG is now supply blocked. And honestly, I feel that BlinG is about to lose this. He's going to have to back off to clean up this drop, but so much damage done. It's like 5 pylons worth destroyed. Tech destroyed, production facilities taken down, and BlinG unable to successfully counter-attack. Kas holds onto it really well. Uh-oh. He's going to look for the cleanup now, but still, having taken so much damage, can he really come back from this position? I guess we're about to find out. The pylon coming down. Won't be any mining from that base for a while, and there come the charging zealots. And unfortunately, those 2 medevacs get away. Stalker's actually focusing fire there on the dropships as opposed to the Marauder. Ouch. Or indeed the other way around. Will BlinG actually try and take a fast third here to get back into the game? I would say fast third. It's 17-minute mark. But you get the point. 28 probes to 46 SCVs. That's difficult. That really, really is. A lot of production available here for Kas. He's really got his upgrades rolling in terms of getting a hold of everything he wants there. Oh, and that is a really unfortunate set of force fields. BlinG is falling to pieces right now. Blocks off his own zealots. Yeah, I think he is rapidly losing hope in this game, and I can hardly blame him. Engagement after engagement is not going the way that he needs it to. In the meantime, trying to take control of this as Kas is able to harass pretty much without any real response. This area is looking pretty much oversaturated as well. Kas not even bothering to take the gas, doesn't need it. Marine Marauder, Medevac, no problems there for him whatsoever. Medevac count is currently at 5 as well, so that's really nasty. That's the size of the army. Kas has a larger army. He's got better tech. BlinG would have to engage very, very well, honestly. And the last few engagements have not been going in his favor. Not by any stretch of the imagination. Drops also available here to potentially clean up yet more tech in his base. Let's see how much damage he can do here. Needs to get some good force field placement, but he's fighting around bunkers, which is going to funnel these zealots. Really what he needs to do is actually fight up the other side, if anyway. He doesn't want to fight through that choke point. He needs to try and bring his way through those destructible debris there to gain access. In the meantime, a little expeditionary force moving in. BlinG hasn't even turned these into warp gates yet. Oh dear. Things are not looking good for our UK hopeful, I'm afraid. A third has now been taken by Kas once again, allowed to do so unmolested. Kas smashing his way through these defenses right here. His probes are going to take a significant amount of damage if he's not careful. Kas getting the hell out of there. No blink available to catch that drop either, so very little damage done. Continuing harassment. Now wants to hop over to the third. BlinG is actually going to leave that alone as well. Doesn't want to be doing that. That's yet more potential damage, but I think this is the death blow coming in. The Hell March has been signaled here from Kas, going to the front of that natural. That's once again with yet more harassment, and it's going to be really unfortunate for BlinG if he ends up getting caught out of position here. That's exactly what Kas wants. It's a very, very narrow funneled area. It sucks for Zealots. It's great for Marine Marauder. That's the worst thing about this. These Zealots are going to do basically nothing, having to charge around this, and here it comes. This is going to be difficult. nigh on impossible, I've got to say, but let's see how good this engagement is. Now it's owned up the choke point somewhat. BlinG going for it. Force fields have been placed, but I don't even think he's got enough units. I really, really don't. Kas has got tons of firepower available here. BlinG simply does not have that. GG, ladies and gentlemen. That's a 2-0 sweep for Kas. What a monstrous run right there. Oh, nothing could have gone worse right there for BlinG. It really, really couldn't. It was awful to watch. So sad. The counterattack fails on the 5 gateways, having taken significant damage from that early 4 barracks marine pressure. And then he loses engagement after engagement. He misses force fields. And that, as they say, was that. Kas proving his dominance once again, and he continues. Very nicely played by him. Okay, folks. Going to a quick music break, and I'll be back with yet more matches from the Twitch.tv Invitational, brought to you by Thermaltake Esports Twitch, and of course the one and only Playhem.